This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
It is a rainy start to the weekend. Here is video this afternoon at Slough off Olive. It's a scene we saw across the bi-state for most of the day. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Ann Allred. Behind us, you can see a 6-hour loop of today's radar, and the wet weather is moving on. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is in the weather headquarters tonight, timing out when the sunshine will make an appearance, Jim.
You know, it really will. As early as late morning tomorrow is the way it's looking now. So that rain is tapering off nicely, and we had some beneficial rain. Let's check out this picture here from Jean in St. James, Missouri. Look at that. And the rain gauge there, almost 2 inches of rainfall. Other totals, Warrenton 1.7. That's the top total in Warren County. And then Herman, Missouri 1.29, Wentzville 1.27, Lake St. Louis below an inch, but a nice number there at almost 3/4 of an inch. Same with Belleville and also Farmington. Forest Park, about a 1/2 inch of rain in St. Charles, 3800ths. And you can see that cold front working its way to the east. So out ahead of that, we had some downpours, and back behind it still a little bit more redevelopment, but the really heavy downpours that we had in our eastern Illinois counties are really tapering off. In fact, from Salem to Effingham, I'll zoom in a little bit there. No thunder and lightning that we know of. It just looks like some scattered showers, and we can still see that redevelopment throughout the evening hours. So much more on our forecast and the sunshine and that cold weather by Sunday morning. More on that in just a bit.
A Warren County mother is dead after an overnight house fire in Wright City. Tonight, her baby and the father of the child are both in critical condition.
5 on your side's Diamond Palmer reports from Wright City with new details of the tragedy.
Cameron did what he was trained to do, but he didn't second guess himself.
Wright City Assistant Fire Chief Josh Reeby is calling firefighter Cameron Spires a hero after his efforts to save a family from a burning home. The fire broke out around 12:30 Friday morning. Emergency officials arrived in 60 seconds with multiple agencies and found a 21-year-old man with injuries outside of the home. They also found a man and a woman unharmed who escaped the basement. Wright City Police say Sergeant Michael Filson directed Spires to a bedroom window where they could hear shallow breathing.
Firefighter Spires was the one that made entry through the window using the vent enter search technique.
Police say Spires pulled a 23-year-old woman and her 3-month-old baby from the home, but later Friday the woman died. Officials say the baby and her father are in critical condition.
The Wright City Fire Protection District says it's been 15 years since they've had a fatal fire, and already the community is wrapping their arms around a family that lost a mother.
We've been working with the aldermen in the city, we've been working with the police department, we've been working with the state fire marshal's office, just reaching out to do everything we can for this family.
Reeby says Spires has only been with the department for 3 years. He says what he witnessed Friday morning is more than some firefighters witness in their careers.
It's the worst case scenario for anybody, and it's just definitely something that we don't ever want to have to do, but we end up doing what we're trained to do.
Reporting in Wright City, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
And the Wright City Fire Protection District is collecting donations for the family. They're encouraging people to drop them off at Fire Station Number 1. The Missouri State Fire Marshal's Office says the cause is still being investigated.
After 3 days of testimony, it took a jury just hours to find Daniel Riley guilty of a 2023 crash that cost a Tennessee teenager her legs. Today, 5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki spoke with the city's top prosecutor, Gabe Gore. Holden joins us in the newsroom with the latest reaction to the guilty verdict. Holden?
Well, Ann, Gabe Gore told me today that this was a case that resonated all throughout St. Louis, and he wanted to send a clear message that incidents like this will not be tolerated in the city. In the days after the crash, which took aspiring volleyball player Janae Edmondson's legs, we learned that 22-year-old Daniel Riley was out on bond at the time of the incident, and he had violated the terms of his release more than 40 times. During the trial, it was revealed that the 22-year-old Riley also had marijuana, codeine, and fentanyl in his system and sped up in the moments prior to the crash in downtown St. Louis.
Our conviction of Daniel Riley sends a clear message to the community. We will prosecute those who choose to engage in reckless driving with no regard for the lives of others to the fullest extent of the law.
Because he will still be able to walk, even after the time that you guys in the court give him. He'll be able to run, he'll be able to bend, he'll be able to do all those things. My daughter will not.
After yesterday's conviction, the jury then recommended a 19-year prison sentence. The judge will ultimately decide after another hearing how much of that sentence that Riley will serve. Gore told reporters today he's satisfied with the recommended punishment, but he knows there's still work to be done in his office.
Holden, thank you. Our coverage of Janae Edmondson continues at 6. Stay with us as Janae and her parents exclusively speak to 5 on Your Side for the first time since the verdict.
Tonight, a St. Louis County man is charged with killing his mother. Police say he pulled the trigger as his mom was trying to get inside their Olivet home. Josina Cornell went to the scene earlier today. She is here with more on this story.
Kelly, I spoke to some neighbors who say they are shocked to hear what happened. They say 56-year-old Monica McNichols Johnson and her son, 25-year-old Jalen Johnson, lived in that home for years. They said she loved her son. Now, this happened yesterday morning before 7:30 on Huron Drive in Olivet. Police say the woman was found with a gunshot wound when paramedics attempted life-saving measures, but she died at the scene. That very same day, prosecutors charged her son with voluntary manslaughter and armed criminal action. Now, we asked police for more details, but they said this is under investigation. However, police say they believe the defendant poses a danger to the community based on the context of the shooting. Earlier today, I also spoke to Safe Connections, an organization aiming to reduce relationship violence.
No one thinks this is going to happen to them, and we hope it doesn't. So please reach out before it reaches a point of grave danger. Reach out when you're getting concerned and when things are starting to feel a little out of control or just not right.
The suspect was in court today and will be back next week for a bond hearing. Meanwhile, we also sat down with his attorney today, who says his client believed an intruder was coming in and called the shooting a tragedy. You'll hear more about that tonight at 6.
Collinsville police have yet to arrest a man suspected of recording women inside of a church bathroom. Officers say the man is a member of Unity Spiritual Center. The recordings happened in the summer of 2023. The suspect, Wayne Stombaugh, lives in Imperial. He's charged with 3 counts of unauthorized video recording. It's unclear why Stombaugh is not in custody.
Today starts a massive construction project on I-55 in Jefferson County. The $246 million project is the 5th biggest Missouri has seen in the last 15 years. It spans over 12 miles. The project will improve traffic flow in several interchanges, including Route CC and McNutt Road. Crews will replace and rehabilitate dozens of bridges. This stretch of 55 has about 70,000 drivers daily. Many are local commuters just trying to get through the work safely.
Our residents are working hospital shifts as nurses and doctors. They're working as construction workers and heavy equipment operators, literally building the entire region as people are commuting into work. And this historic level of investment wouldn't have happened without the commitment of the people who live and work here, demanding it of their elected representatives. And
Construction plans started in 2021. The project should be finished by the end of 2026.
It's a natural phenomenon that can't be replicated. The excitement surrounding next month's event as scientists anticipate the findings that can only come from a total eclipse. And later, a viral video says fasting can cure cancer. Our Verified team asked the experts to see if science can back the claim.